Good morning, everybody. As you know, this is Transitioning Tips Tuesday for everyone that is new to the group. Welcome to the group. Every Tuesday, I try every Tuesday to go live and talk about transitioning tips that help me to become vegan, myself and my family. Um, So to be in this group, you absolutely do not have to be a vegan, but I know that there are some people interested in eating more healthier or eating healthy at all. So I go live every Tuesday, or at least I try to go live every Tuesday. Hello, Miss Yvette. Good morning. I try to go live every Tuesday to post transitioning tips or ways that may help you to become vegan. So I do want to go over the last, like basically do a recap. So I may end up mentioning a tip or two that we didn't go over last week or the last, whatever it is that you want to do and however you want to do it. Fasting is a way to start eating more healthy. So, the example I gave before, I did a Daniel fast, and of course, on my first Daniel, I was like maybe 2 weeks in, and I was like, you know what? I'm ready. I'm ready to get some pork chops. I'm ready to eat. Like I'm ready to eat that meat because if you do or do not know about the Daniel fast, he had no meat. He had no dairy. Basically, just everything that's natural: tomatoes, potatoes, all veggies, all fruits. Nowadays, they have ways that you can kind of like work around that, but that's another topic. So anyway, when you do the Daniel fast, well, for me, by the third time I did it, I was like, I don't think I want to go back and revisit meat. So, I mean, like eventually I dabbled and dabbled here and there with a couple of things like uh, maybe subs from Publix. So I still had that craving for certain things like that, but I didn't want to cook meat. So for me, it was just like this feeling that I got after going on a fast that led me to not want to eat meat again. So another thing I would say is go in, like start creating meals that are comfortable that you're familiar with. So, for example, you can make you some spaghetti and just replace the beef with beefless crumbles, or you can make lasagna, same thing, replace the beef, tacos, maybe instead of having beef crumbles or a chicken replacement, for those who may have like fajitas or something like that, you can always just have the nachos with the tomatoes, the onions, the black beans, the salsa, things like that. So basically you'll use those things as a substitution. So that's another tip within itself. It's kind of like a two-in-one. You would use beef replacements, so you'll replace, like, do meat replacements, or you'll make meals that you're familiar with. So, shepherd's pie, for example, you can use beefless crumbles. Now, this is transitioning because as you become more vegan, if that makes sense, as you become, yeah, more vegan, you would learn or eventually start replacing your beef with black beans and mushrooms, lentils. There's other things that you can use as a meat replacement, y'all. Super good. If you can cook and and that flavor is there, you got nothing to worry about. Like, really, you have nothing to worry about. You feel better. You have more energy. A lot of health issues or concerns that you may have, those things slowly start fading away. I mean, they could fade away more quickly if you, depending on how you eat and how consistent you are. I did show you that there was a store here. It was actually Chamberlain's, but they had ham or turkey replacements. So there's places that you can go right here in this town, or wherever, whatever town you live in, because I'm sure there's like a Walmart everywhere. You can go in Walmart, you can go in Publix, you can probably go in Winn-Dixie and find these brands such as Gardein. That's a really popular meat replacement brand. They make breakfast sausages, y'all, ground beef, what they call it, chickenless tenders. So obviously it's not chicken. They have so many different things, y'all. And then there's another brand, Field Roast. They have corn dogs, or little corn nuggets actually. They have pizza rolls, y'all. They have pizza rolls. So you just got to get out there and you just got to try. So speaking of that, another alternative or helpful tip would be to start purchasing healthy foods. So when you go grocery shopping, just look for those different alternatives, such as the beef replacement. Start looking in the little freezer sections or the little vegan sections and see how you can replace that pork. I personally have not found a pork replacement, and yeah, I can't recall off the top of my head, but there's ways you can get in the kitchen and just make up your own stuff, y'all. So I know they definitely have chicken and beef replacements, and we know that if you do or do not know, beef takes the longest to digest in your system. So pork can be gone within 12 to 48 hours, but beef takes the longest. So me personally, me and my family, we let go of the pork and the beef first. And so that was a big deal because, I mean, who don't like pork chops, y'all? Like, we would have our pork chops, and then grilling was easy because it takes nothing to just go get you, a couple packs of meat, get you some ribs, put it on the grill, So the pork replacement, I haven't found that, but they have several beef replacements. You want to research, y'all. Just like the Bible says, study to show thyself approved. We all know that knowledge is power, and when you read, you gain more knowledge. All you have to do is just start somewhere. Look these things up and just look at how the beef, like what beef does to your body and how it takes so long to digest in your system, and things like that. So yes, those are some of the tips that I went over the past 2 videos, and just to start somewhere is what matters. You know what I mean? Like, that's what counts. You can't finish the race if you never started. So you first got to get up there, set yourself up on that line and start somewhere. From the past 2 videos that I did on transitioning tips, they'll ask me, how did you do it, and where did you start? So I just decided to start posting tips on ways you can transition to become vegan. So I don't want to make this a super long video. If y'all have any questions, you can still feel free to ask. And go live. I'm actually starting to go live more on YouTube than just posting videos. But I get on there and I cook with my children like my mom used to do in the kitchen with me. I was 5 years old learning how to cook. So I was like, hey, I want y'all mama can cook. Y'all got to get in the kitchen. Let's do it. Like, it's not a forceful thing. We actually have fun being in the kitchen. They're learning from me in the kitchen, and we have a good time. Some of the kids like being in the kitchen more than the others, because yes, I let my boys get in the kitchen too. Nothing wrong with that. Like I told my son, you might have a wife that say, hey, you won't be eating tonight. And he'll say, oh, okay, yes I will. Because he can get in there and he'll be able to cook for himself. So I'm not opposed to men being in the kitchen at all, but like I said, my channel is about transitioning to vegan. So I do make meals that are family friendly, meals that we're all used to eating. And I take what my mom instilled in me, because she's no longer here, and even before she passed, I was still getting in the kitchen with my babies. But I was like, you know what, this would be nice to share. So she taught me everything I know in the kitchen. I'm very proud of that. And if you're interested in watching that, subscribe to the channel. Feel free to. But y'all, this is Transitioning Tips Tuesday, and I'm giving you tips on how to become vegan or eat healthier. So feel free to ask questions, share this video, like this video. I love y'all. Enjoy the rest of your day. Be sure to follow me on IG at cookingwith_mommy and on Facebook in the group Cooking with Mommy. Be blessed.